Hi, I am Aaron, the co-founder of Big Tiny World Travel. I traveled the world for a year with my wife Brianna back in 2019. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 common travel fears and how to overcome them. Should I pet it? Or should I give it a little kiss? These 1,000-pound crocs are killers and thankfully more dormant during the daytime. I still wouldn't want to do what this crazy guy did, but petting it with its head in the other direction, that's okay. Oh, the texture. Felt like petting a rock. Let's get started. I used to be afraid of traveling internationally. I think I really missed out on a lot of opportunities as a result. Plus, my 9-to-5 jobs didn't offer enough vacation time to get very far. That is why I quit my job to travel. I didn't want to wait until retirement. A trip to Japan and a conversation over a glass of wine gave me and my wife Brianna the inspiration we needed. Why don't we quit our jobs and travel? Cheers! Most fear is overcome by doing. I used to be afraid of heights too. I'm not anymore, but I still won't dangle my legs over a 2,000-foot drop. I let Brianna do that. Number 1, getting stranded. The first travel fear many people face these days is the fear of being stranded. Whether they're out on a long remote road trip or afraid they might get stuck in another country. This fear is well-founded. With a global pandemic, many countries have gone into lockdowns and suspended air travel. Many people really are stuck in these places around the world. That could have been us too. Argentina was about to suspend all flights, which triggered the end of our world trip. So sad. We were about to go to Antarctica. We had our tickets and it was canceled. They had COVID on the boat.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and we feel fine.
We used our travel insurance to get evacuated home. When we woke up the next morning of our flight, it was canceled. We went to the airport anyway, and we were able to get another flight that got us back sooner. To overcome this fear in our current circumstances takes a little more research than normal. But the very first step is to get travel insurance that covers you if you have to be evacuated. We use Safety Wing Travel Medical Insurance, which also covers medical emergencies, COVID, and even unexpected quarantine. I have a link in the description below if you want more information. It is an affiliate with a small commission that costs nothing to you and helps support this channel. We were very thankful to have this insurance when the pandemic hit, and it saved us about $2,000 on flights. Obviously, do your research for any insurance you purchase to make sure that it covers what you need. Number 2 is a language barrier. The second travel fear many people face is not being able to communicate in other languages. ¿Dónde está el baño? Very important and means where is the bathroom? But so is hola, mucho gusto. Hi, nice to meet you. It helps to have a few key phrases before traveling to any country that doesn't speak English. The first country we went to together was Japan. That isn't an easy language to learn, Japanese. However, today with apps like Duolingo, you can learn some key phrases for the country you are visiting. I'm working on Spanish right now, and Brianna has been working on her Japanese. The app gamifies the learning process and makes it easy to get some of the basics down. Another app we use while we travel is Google Translate. What is great about this app is it can read signs and labels so you can understand them in English. I accidentally entered the exit at a Japanese grocery store and I got a lot of looks from the staff. Oops. If I recognized the kanji for exit, I wouldn't have made that mistake. You can also speak into it and it'll translate your words. You could say, I need help, and it would write it in the words of the other language for you. You can also have them speak into your phone if you trust them. This is like Star Trek level stuff. Somehow Klingons always speak English, and now the Japanese can too. Many times you don't have to speak to anyone in their language because you have one of the most powerful languages in the world, English. Many people learn English all around the world, and you can easily find it at the local tourism offices in almost any country. I was surprised to find so many people could speak English fluently all around Europe, especially in the major cities. If you are in smaller towns, you won't have as much luck. However, knowing a few key phrases will earn the respect of the locals even if they do know English. Be polite and smile if you don't understand each other. Smiling goes a long way. If we could handle Japan, we could handle anywhere. Number 3 is getting lost. This is something I rarely have a problem with since I always have my phone in my hand. However, sometimes there isn't cellular service or Wi-Fi available. Oh no, what do we do? Before going to any place new that I question cellular service, I download offline maps to my phone. I also try to mark all the key places I'm going to. This was especially handy when we were in Namibia, where there wasn't cell service in most of the country. No cell service? What's that? My precious! We managed to drive 4,000 kilometers around the country with no cell service at all. We found Wi-Fi in some of the campgrounds, but not all of them. I marked all of our key stops out, and we had no trouble getting around. A little prep can go a long way. In normal travel situations, know those phrases I talked about earlier and ask people for directions. Number 4 is being robbed or attacked.
Give me your money.
This is a valid fear and it can happen to anyone. However, there are precautions you can take to prevent this from happening. A common pickpocketing scheme that I encountered and avoided is a distract technique where one person asks you, "What time is it?" or spills something on you while another is stealing something off of you. Hey, wait! If somebody spills coffee on you, it sucks. I encountered this in Rome when a guy was asking me, "What time is it?" I told him, but another guy approached me from a different angle, and I just quickly walked away, and they kept following me. They had a whole team of people working together. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Steal from the pickpocketers. No, don't do that. Rome is heavily touristed and easier for pickpocketing to occur. Here are 4 other things I do to avoid being robbed or attacked. Travel with other people. I had Brianna with me, so it is harder to go after 2 people than 1. 2 is to have zipper pocket pants and even keep your backpack in front of you in crowded areas. Then you have an eye on your belongings and thieves will move on to easier targets. 3 is to not travel to sketchy areas at night alone. Try to stick to well-traveled paths at night. The 4th is not to flash expensive cameras and jewelry in areas known for pickpocketing or robberies. We were discreet in showing off our camera gear in South Africa. Unfortunately, we did lose our cameras there, but that was because we made the mistake of leaving our camera gear in the car when we had lunch. Sophisticated thieves signal jammed our car as we locked it with the remote key, so we walked away from an unlocked vehicle. Don't make that mistake. That could even happen in an American city. Most places around the world feel safer than the USA, but that is just my experience. Number 5, getting sick or injured while traveling. This is the 5th major travel fear that many people have. Especially in these crazy times of COVID, getting sick or injured can be a scary prospect. Before taking any trip, especially overseas, I get Safety Wing travel medical insurance that covers COVID, other severe illnesses, and also serious injuries. Just be careful with whatever insurance you choose because they don't always cover high-risk activities like skydiving or extreme sports. One trick we use to avoid food poisoning is to find local fermented foods. These help introduce the local microbiota to your body so you can better handle the food in the area. This would have helped me when I was in Costa Rica and didn't quite make it to the bathroom. That was very embarrassing. Also, it matters where you eat. Eat where the locals eat, and don't go after foods you are familiar with like burgers. Look at how they handle their food. Do they wear gloves, wash their hands? If there's a long line, it usually means they have good food and you don't have to worry about it. If you do get food poisoning, drink plenty of water and other beverages like coconut water and juice. If things get really bad, seek medical attention. Number 6, not being able to get money. Last but not least is the fear of not being able to get money. We had this issue in Japan because most of the ATMs there did not take American debit cards. This is where your favorite American convenience store comes in handy, 7-Eleven. The ATMs there do take American debit cards, and we thankfully researched this ahead of time so we knew exactly what to do. The ones in the airport work too, as well as post offices. Yeah, weird. Everywhere else in the world seemed easy to get money. Europe, South America, even some African countries. It pays to do a little research on this ahead of time and also make sure to notify your banks so they know you're going to another country. That will help prevent any cards from being shut off for fraudulent activity. If you like this video, please hit that bell for more tips. I'm working on more videos for this travel tip series, so expect to see more in the next week. Until then, happy travels.